What's up, guys? Today I wanted to talk about the Pokemon Direct that happened yesterday, and I also wanted to talk about some rumors that came out yesterday about Pokemon Sword and Shield from an anonymous user on a message board that seems to have pretty accurate information. And I haven't seen a lot of people talk about this yet. I've seen Shofu had a video last night, but that's really all I've seen. Anyway, guys, let's get right into it. This was a very mediocre Direct, I guess, because they didn't really reveal a lot of Pokemon like I was hoping they would, but in all other terms, it was fine. Let's get right into it. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, all that shit I'm supposed to tell you to do. Anyway, let's get right into it. First of all, the game has very, very good-looking environments, which it should because it's on the Switch. This was one of the first things I noticed whenever the Direct first started and they had the trailer. Everything was fucking beautiful. All the towns and the wild area that I'll get into later all looks beautiful. One thing I was confused about, though, in the Direct in its entirety was how the encounter system in the game works. Because in the beginning, you encounter a wild Pokemon in the grass, which is the classic style of encounters. But there were also Pokemon walking in the wild area, in the open world of the game, which was more reminiscent of Pokemon Let's Go style, which I didn't like as much. And something funny that I saw, you can ride your bike on water. There's like balloons on the side of your bike and shit. It looks funny as hell. Multiplayer raids. This is something that I'm really looking forward to. They showed this off early, which is good. More multiplayer content for me and all my friends to enjoy and gets more out of the game. And basically, these multiplayer raids, it's going to be a, what do they call it?
Detecting additional hostile
Dynamaxed Pokemon, which is just a giant Pokemon. All its moves are buffed, its health is buffed, its attack, defense, stats, all that is buffed. And they're multiplayer raids. You and like 4 of your friends or 3 of your friends can go into these battles. Only one person can catch it though, and you have to throw this Pokeball that looks like the size of a beach ball. It's weird as hell.
hostage situation.
I kind of wish they stuck to Mega Evolution and they didn't introduce all the Z moves and everything else they've introduced since X and Y. I think they should have stuck to Mega Evolutions. I think that was the coolest system for this next progression of evolution and making Pokemon stronger, basically. Next, they showed off some gym battles in the trailer, which take place in stadiums now. It's not so much of a gym. I don't know if there's a puzzle associated to it anymore. You remember you used to have to go through the gym's puzzle before you could actually fight the gym leader, in most cases anyway. And then they started to show off some Pokemon. They handed it over to the art director and he started talking about 4 different Pokemon. Yeah, it was 4 or 3 or 5. And he started talking about different Pokemon, and I have some notes about the designs. I'm happy with 2 of them, but I don't really like 2 of them. The first one they talked about was Wooloo. I think it looks like Mareep, but I think it's going to be more boring because I think it's going to be a normal type. I mean, it looks to me like they just recycled Mareep's design and its concept and everything. They just recycled it and made it into a new Pokemon. I may be wrong. This may evolve into something really, really cool. Hell, it's Nintendo. It probably will. They don't disappoint. I shouldn't say that. They disappoint a lot. But yeah, I don't really like it. At least the base version of it. The next Pokemon they showed was Gossifleur, grass type for sure. It's a flower Pokemon. There are already a lot of flower Pokemon. Even some that aren't even grass types, like the one from 6th Gen, I don't remember its name. Yeah, not very original. It looks cool though. Its second evolution they showed off looks pretty cool. And they talked about Dreadnought. This is one that I like. It's a snapping turtle. It's a blue and it's like a turquoise and yellow snapping turtle. Yeah, I love its color scheme. I really hope it evolves, because if it evolves, it'll be a fucking beast. I can already tell. Then they showed off Corviknight, which is a raven crow looking it's a very evil, dark looking Pokemon. And they showed it off. It's probably going to be a dark flying type. I don't know if this is going to be the bird of the region. You know how each region has a bird, you know. Fucking Pidgey and everything else. They also reviewed that Corviknight is going to be basically used to replace the Flash HM. He's going to be used as a flying taxi. And, yeah. And they also showed off Gossifleur evolves into Eldegoss, which looks like it's a better looking version of Gossifleur, and it looks like a dandelion. Its head looks like a dandelion, and there's seeds scattered throughout. It's fro almost. Where was I? Wild area. It's an open world biome. Finally have control over the camera because there's finally a second stick, a mandatory second stick associated with the Switch. So there's a way to control the camera, which is awesome. It should have come a long time ago, but it never did for obvious reasons. Dynamaxing. They went into this big. They started talking about Dynamaxing, which I don't really like that much because it just makes the Pokemon bigger. We're not getting any new versions of Pokemon. We're not getting any different designs. Unlike, we do a Mega Evolution and the Alolan forms from Sun and Moon, and even the Z moves, while they were kind of gimmicky, I will admit, they did look kind of cool. This doesn't even look cool. It's just blowing up the Pokemon and giving them some squigglies above their head, and that's really it. Their moves do get a little bit of pizzazz, but not as much as the Z moves did. There is, in the leaks that were posted to the message board, there is kind of something building on top of that, and if it is real, I'm a little bit more excited for the Dynamaxing and the other feature that I'll talk about in a minute. Dynamaxing lasts 3 turns though, which is kind of weird. Z moves obviously only last 1 turn. Mega Evolution lasts the whole game, so maybe this will be kind of a in between. What I wonder, if you switch out your Pokemon, is it gonna still be Dynamaxed whenever you send it out? Probably not. But
Detected. The control point in proximity.
one hope that I have for the game is I hope the raid bosses are very, very hard. I hope they're extremely hard. But I hope that whenever you capture them, they have like special abilities and shit, special moves that they wouldn't be able to obtain otherwise. That'll actually give you an incentive to go out and catch these Pokemon. And I hope they're difficult to catch. I hope it's good. I hope it's a lot of good in-game, stuff to do, because that's something Pokemon games have kind of lacked. All you could really do is sometimes there were side quests for you to do, and sometimes, all you had is Wi-Fi battling, which, don't get me wrong, I love Wi-Fi battling, but it can get a little stale, make you rage sometimes. Okay, then they started to talk about the characters in the game. Leon, who is the champion of the, what the fuck's the name? Glacier region? Dogs are out back, I'm sorry if you guys can hear it. Leon is the champion, and we know for sure he has a Charizard. He has a Charizard standing behind him in the trailer. Hop is Leon's younger brother and is your rival in the game. Yeah, he starts your journey at the same time as you, everything else. I want there to be asshole rivals in this game, for lack of a better term. All the rivals are too nice. There's no point in calling them rivals at that point if they're not, don't give you an incentive to, be their rival. And Professor Magnolia is the region's professor. Her granddaughter, Sonia, is in the game. Those two will both provide you, assistance and help and everything. Blah, blah, blah. They showed off the 2 legends of the game in the Glacier region. And I like these 2 a lot. I really, really do. Protect Doggo and Attack Doggo. Nicknames I've basically given them. And a lot of other people have too. I'm not saying I've created it or anything. It's a meme. It's a very common meme. Anyway, Zacian. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Zacian. No, I'm not. Zacian? Zacian is the Attack Doggo. It's a wolf. Basically, it's a blue and red wolf. It has some fur color in there, but it's mostly blue and red, and it's carrying a sword in its mouth, which is badass. and then it'll have something where, you know, it gets more powerful, like a Mega Evolution, except probably not actually Mega Evolution, another form basically that makes the sword get even longer and it gets more armor and shit. And then Zamazata is Protect Doggo, and it basically is a wolf that has a giant ass shield for the face, which I like less than Zacian's design, because obviously it doesn't have a sword, but I'm going to be picking up the collector's edition, so I'll probably end up getting both. But yeah, I'm more excited for Zacian than Zamazanta. Anyway, let's get into the leaks now from the anonymous user who posted on the message board. This was posted, I believe, the day before the Direct, or before the Direct at some point. So, he predicted, or he said that your rival's name is Hop, which is true, but you will also be facing against BD and Marne, basically two other rivals in the game. The team in this game, the evil team, you know, like Team Rocket, Team Magma, and Aqua. In this game, it's Team Yell, who are well-meaning fans of Marne causing trouble. I don't know what that means. I'm just reading right off the Poke Beach post. To become part of a gym challenge, you will have to get an endorsement. This links back to the whole stadium shit, the gyms. BD gets an endorsement from Chairman Rose and his secretary, Olena. Eternius is the evil legendary. The other legendary will be a wolf, who will either have a shield mane or hold a sword like Great Wolf Sif, don't recall its name. Just reading this again right off Poke Beach post, so I'm just going over that. Dynamaxing and Gigamaxing, this is what, or Gigantamaxing. That's a stupid name. I like the other one better. Gigamaxing. Gigantamaxing. There are two new dynamics that will supersize Pokemon in specific areas. Gigantamaxing is different from Dynamaxing, as it changes what the Pokemon looks like, which is what I want. New designs are always the best. Okay, not always the best, but it's something new to look at least. Meowth, for example, looks like a long cat. Lapras gets layers like music bars in its shell. Musical notes. Pikachu looks like retro fat Pikachu. Sonia is Leon's former rival, who is researching the Dynamax phenomenon at the behest of her grandmother and professor of the game, that was Professor Magnolia. Some Pokemon like Farfetch, this is a little bit far-fetched for lack of a better word. Some Pokemon like Farfetch will get regional evolutions, so like the Alolan forms. They will get regional evolutions like Surfetched, and Meowth's region evolution supposedly is, he looks like a ball of spiky gray fur, which, I mean, Meowth and Persian already got Alolan form, so I don't know what they're doing designing it again. Okay, we got some names I can't really pronounce. Skolvort and Redont are chipmunk Pokemon who hide in berry trees and attack randomly if you shake for too many berries. If they attack, you lose half the berries you dropped, you know, whatever. Who gives a shit? The fourth gym is the first fairy-type gym led by, not the first, there was one next to Y, led by an actress named Opal, Milo, Nisa, and Kabu are the first ones. The fairy-type gym is led by Oppa, and then Milo, Nisa, and Kabu come before. Before fighting the gym leaders, you have to complete gym challenges, so apparently, if this is true, there are puzzles in there. Like, Milo has your herding sheep Pokemon named Wooloo, but Pamper, an electric Corgi Pokemon, which is weird, and I'd love to see that thing's design, and I want one, if it is real. We'll startle them and send them rolling elsewhere. Nisa has you running through a maze where water blocks the way, so it's a water puzzle. I've seen that before. Kabu requires you to catch Pokemon and get 5 points, but you have to be in a party battle with another trainer who's also trying to catch it. Okay, that seems kind of cool. And then he posted again, while there is a transit system, you will have to go through wild areas at times. An open world biome, he explains what the wild area is. An open world biome that has a weather system and little pockets where wild Pokemon Dynamax and have to be beaten in a 4-person round. You will randomly see nearby players and interact with them to get their league cards and items. Camping is how you play with Pokemon now. You get 2 toys, a further toy, and a toy Pokeball, which can raise friendship. You can make curry, which will raise stats and friendliness. Pokemon will not walk beside you in the overworld map. Boo. That's always a better feature. I always want that. Square Bunny will have fighting moves, but it's a pure fighter. This is worded very, very weird. I'm not 100% sure what it means. It becomes Raboot. I don't remember the final evolution, except that it looks like a fighter. It looks humanoid, which another fighting type. We have those every single generation. It's really starting to piss me off. We did have Fire Dark and Fire Psychic in the last 2 generations. Still, we've had a lot of firefighting before that. Swabble becomes Sizzle, and then into Celion, a chameleon with a spy theme. Kind of weird. Grookey will end up as a giant gorilla that beats a wooden drum to attack, which looked kind of cool, I guess. That's pretty much what everyone expected it to evolve into, a giant gorilla like Pokemon with a drum. And then another post he made, this is only one fact, says the best Pokemon so far, in this dude's opinion apparently, is a blue seagull that when it dives it either gets a Barracuda in its mouth or a Pikachu, which it launches at its enemy. Again, that's weirdly worded. I'm not sure 100% if the person who wrote this English is their first language. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it. Anyway, that's it for today, guys, or for this video anyway, because I want to make a second video today about the Google Stadia event, which happened earlier today, which I'm looking forward to it more now that